Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. I took a bit of a YouTube break, but I am back for indoor season. I am so excited. It is September and that means we're gonna go in. Lots of videos like this coming where I give a ton of tips and tricks, actually working on a supremacy video where I tell you everything you need to know. Let me know what parties I need to talk about. Also working on some new vlogs and some new content, so it's going to be really exciting. Actually, I'm not going to supremacy because I'm going to Knockout in Australia. So vlog coming about that too. So subscribe if you haven't yet, but today I'm going to talk about everything you need to know. There's a hair stuck to my mouth. Everything you need to know about indoor festival season, especially here in the Netherlands, but I suppose it's applicable for everywhere. I'm a lot in Germany myself. As I said, I did take a bit of a break, but if you're like curious what I've been up to, definitely check out my Instagram and my TikTok because I've been posting a lot on there. I've been doing so much content for different festivals. I did DEFCON, I did Decibel, Forbidden Island, Drop Zone, and so much more. It's been a really exciting summer and it's all thanks to you. So I'm really, really happy with that. Anyways, let's dive into this video. Grab a drink of choice. I'm grabbing a Y-Food. Also this is accidental, but my nails match the new flavor, which is fudge brownie. So good. If you like sweet chocolate tea flavors, definitely check this out or any of their other chocolate flavors. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that because bringing something like Y-Food is actually one of the tips I have for you. So let's dive into this. So indoor season in the Netherlands starts around September. Same for like the countries around us, Germany, Belgium, whatever. I love indoor season. There's some things have changed, so we're gonna talk about that. It's still around March, April. First really big outdoor festival in the Netherlands, like hard dance related, is usually Rebirth Festival, which is halfway through April. So something that has happened since Corona actually is really interesting. A lot of parties that were usually during the night, so from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. or something like that, actually have moved to the day. So usually from 11 to 11, 12 to 12, 1 to 1, times like that. Big festivals like Massive Hardcore have done it. So definitely let me know what you think about that. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about it. I can definitely see both sides and I honestly don't really mind either. During indoor season there are actually still outdoor parties, which is, I really enjoy them. It's cold, but it's always like, it gives a little bit of something special. Electrum is one of them, which I really enjoy. Around Carnival, we of course have Carnival festivals, stuff like that. Around Halloween and Christmas, there's often like things to do outside as well. I do like a good theme at a party, whether it's indoor or outdoor. And I feel like indoor season gives a little bit more of that, where we have Halloween, Christmas, Carnival, etc, etc. Honestly, as soon as I start filming, this man starts being annoying. Yeah, can you stop that? Anyway, let's talk about some of the locations where indoor parties are happening. We have some really beautiful indoor locations in the Netherlands actually. We have some really big ones like Ziggo Dome or AFAS. And also of course stuff like Masilo, which is a fucking cool location. Klokgebouw. There's a ton of different stuff. We do still have clubs in the Netherlands, but if you really want to experience that club life, I would also suggest checking out Germany. Germany has an amazing club life and some really beautiful clubs. I'm often in Bootshaus myself, which is really, really fucking cool. But there's actually a lot of interesting stuff in the hard dance going on in Germany right now. So check out some parties there as well. If you want me to make a video about that, let me know. I will. Keep in mind that food is not always really available at the smaller venues. Some of the clubs don't really have a food option or very little food options. Especially if you're partying a whole night, I would suggest drinking and eating really well beforehand. You want to like last the whole night. Some of the venues do have really good food. For example, Ziggo Dome always has a ton of options, which is really nice. But as I said, especially the smaller ones don't really have it. I would suggest eating properly and then bringing something for when you just arrived. Like you can't obviously bring food and drinks inside, but for example, Y-Food, this is a ready to drink complete meal in a freaking bottle. So you can just go into your car, drive there and drink this like right before you go in, and it fills you up for 5 hours. They also have bars if you prefer that. I really like the bars, but this is just easy. And if you go by car, you can just leave this in your car for the way back. Like bring 2 of them, one before, one for after. Freaking perfect. Also, if you do go by car, I would suggest like bringing a water bottle and putting that in your car for the way back. And if you go by public transport and you're like thirsty or whatever, and you don't really have time to buy anything or nothing is open yet because it's 7 a.m, then definitely buy like a water bottle at the venue just right before you leave. Keep in mind that the bars usually close a little bit before the party ends. So if you want to bring some water or whatever, or like a Red Bull or anything you want, buy it in time. But anyway, I would recommend bringing like something like this. As I said, these new flavors are really freaking good, and I love the fruity ones as well. So yeah, recommend it. I do have a discount code for these if you want to try them out. They have taster packs, but they also have some really good new flavors. It's code Alena YouTube, and you get a 10% discount. So check it out. I'll link everything below that I'm talking about anyway. So let's talk about the recycle system, because we do have a recycle system in the Netherlands, which it's not perfect, but it is a step in the right direction, and I actually quite like it. So when you get into a venue, you get a recycle token. It's usually like a round or square token. If you go get a drink, you need to pay for your drink and give your token. Then if you go for the next round, you give back your, pretend this is a plastic cup, you need to pay and give your plastic cup back. If you don't have a token or a plastic cup, you pay half a token extra usually. Of course, you can also just like give your cup back and you don't have to carry it around constantly, and you get a token in return. I would also recommend something like a Hold UB. You can clip it to either your like pants, not to your shirt, but to your pants or to your fanny pack, and you can actually put your empty cups in here so you don't have to carry them around or put them in your pockets. A lot of people like stuff them in their pockets, but that's not ideal either, especially if you're a woman and you don't have pockets. So yeah, something like this is really handy for that. I will link this below as well, same as the hat and everything. But yeah, these are really handy. These are from Festival Supply. So it can get pretty hot at these indoor locations. Sometimes it's even hotter than like summer season outside, especially locations like Brabant Halle where Supremacy is. It gets so freaking warm, like it's kind of disgusting. I would wear something light. I usually wear like a top and a skirt, or a top and some shorts. I often wear biker shorts with oversized shorts, which is I can't talk, which is really comfortable. I would also bring something like a fan. I do have an XXL one here, but you also of course have the smaller ones. This is from Festival Supply as well. This is so freaking pretty, by the way. But something like a fan, or like one of the electric fans or whatever, will fucking save your life. Also, talking about drinks, I forgot to mention, you don't get a bottle cap with your water. So I would suggest buying something like this that you can close off your bottle with. Also, this is both from Festival Supply as well. I'll link it down below. But these are for like smaller bottles and the bigger bottles, and you also have like the soft ones if you prefer that. Also, when it comes to like paying for your food and drinks, a lot of these indoor locations are working cashless, which I really like. It's just, you can just use card, and if you don't have your card with you, you can exchange cash for a card, which is great. So you don't really work with tokens anymore. Some locations do still have tokens. You can get a coin keeper to put them in. These are really handy, or put them away somewhere safe, because it's just such a shame if you lose all of them, and these are really handy as well. But yeah, most of them are cashless now, or just like normal bars. Some of them still have tokens. It's usually on the website of the venue or of the festival, which way you can pay. Also, some more tips about food and drinks. As I said, eat and drink properly before you enter, so you stay full for a few hours. I'm someone that does eat at festivals, so usually I drink one of these before I enter, and then like 5-6 hours later I get hungry again, so I eat like something like pizza. But if you're not much of an eater, make sure you still get sustenance in your body. As I said, this helps, but also drink some cola instead of some water. Eat some fruit, eat a banana, like something like that. Make sure you take care of yourself. And also, of course, drink enough water. Get one of these so you can refill your bottles, and make sure you stay hydrated, especially if it's so freaking warm. Of course, one last thing we need to talk about is hearing protection. You can get hearing damage from 80 decibels and up, and these festivals, both indoor and outdoor in the Netherlands, are allowed to go up to 103. In some places of Germany, like some areas of Germany, they can even go up higher. So make sure to protect your ears. I know some people think it's not cool, and I've said this 100 times before. I have a whole freaking series on it. I'll link it down below. But protect your ears, because you can get a permanent beep and you will never get rid of it. A lot of people in our industry have it, actually. A lot of people in the scene that work in the scene have it. It's not fun. It's actually pretty bad. You can get multiple types of hearing protection. Of course, you have like the little foam ones. I would not recommend them, but if you have nothing else, it's better than nothing. For example, a few weeks ago, I was in Bootshaus and I forgot mine, which was awful, but at least I had the like foam ones. You can often get them at the bar or at the merchandise if you forget them. A little bit more expensive are the ones with a music filter, which is often the ones they sell at these venues. These are really good. They're just the normal plugs with a music filter in it. It works perfectly. Personally, I have custom made ones, which I definitely should remake. You need to like get them done every 4 years. It's been 4 years now, so I'll definitely look into that myself as well. But I really like the custom ones because I'm at festivals every weekend. So if you work in the industry or you're visiting these festivals a lot, it is definitely worth it to get custom made ones. But if not, I would definitely suggest getting like the music ones with the filters, which work really well. Also, people that say like, oh, I can't hear the music properly anymore, that's bullshit. Actually, because of the filter, you can hear it better. It just filters out certain tones and it makes it less loud. It's worth it. Definitely check it out. And just don't get hearing damage. It's not worth it. And if you do forget them and you can't get any of them, make sure you stay a little bit like, no, I want to say the back, but sometimes there's subwoofers anywhere. Like, make sure you're in a spot where you're not like right next to the speakers. But even then, please just wear it. Honestly, just wear it. It's not worth it. Anyways, those were all my tips for indoor season. If you have any additional tips or any questions, let me know. I'm so freaking hot. It's still like 30 degrees outside. I mean, it's supposed to cool off a little bit today. But I am so excited for this season. I'm so excited for fall. Anyways, everything I talked about will be linked down below. Get your waifu with discount code Alena YouTube. And of course, all my other discount codes are linked below as well. And I'll see you guys at Knockout Festival for my Australian followers, which I'm so excited for. I think I may go to Vroeger Was Alles Beter, which I always love, but I have some really cool stuff planned. Also, I'll be at Electrum, probably 2 days. So vlogs coming back again, and I'll see you guys all really soon. Next video I'm recording today is the Supremacy tips and tricks. So I'll see you guys in a minute for me and like in a few days for you.